What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, I've been really looking at the situation going on with a lot of the women in the Democratic Party. And let me just say this. I know that you have women who are very intelligent law school graduates that are on the left, that are more, as they say, forwardly progressive. And I get that, all right? I don't have a problem with somebody's political decision. But I have understood that Kamala Harris and, you know, her urge to get out black women to vote, it cannot be denied that a lot of this surrounds sexualizing black women. And even when she was at the White House, you know, you had all these young ladies from the HBCUs coming in there. It was a lot of the rap music. It was kind of like a lot of 304 Thought kind of music going on there in the background. And I thought that was interesting for a vice president to play that sort of music for ladies who are going to be maybe industry leaders. They're going to HBCUs. They're going to work for Fortune 500 companies or be their own entrepreneurs. And yet what we are pushing to them in the White House, a woman who's a lawyer, a woman who went to Howard, is how much can I bounce these cheeks with Sexy Red type music. So Sexy Red was wanting Trump at first, then she switched. And I want you to look at this post here. It says, "I just voted. Don't tell us what to do with our coochies." And so I see this, and you see she's bent over. You see the sandals out there. I mean, you know, they gotta always have on some sandals. You see the blonde weave. You see the second picture is like her pretending to shoot off a gun. And it's interesting because some of the black men who, you know, really are against the Trump and Republicans and the white supremacy, they have a lot to say to me in the comment section all the time. And again, I understand that everybody feels a certain way. But one thing I will say the Republicans have not done is, even with somebody like Amber Rose, who is known for like showing off her sexuality and things like that. When she came to the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, I just didn't see her doing that. But whenever we deal with Democrats and black women, why is it that this has to be their image? It has to be their image. It has to be over sexualized. It has to be booty bouncing. It has to be Cardi B-ish. It has to be 304 and up. It has to be thought-tastic. It has to be this. So what does that tell you about how people feel about your community? Well, this is the same community that so many black men feel disenfranchised, and then you complain about the fact that your women are too masculine and they won't listen to you. Well, it has a lot to do with political affiliations also. And this is something a lot of the black men don't get, is that a lot of black men who are really on the side of the Democratic National Convention, the Democratic Party, you guys are also some of the men who complain about the fact that women don't respect you and that they don't listen to you, and, you know, you're forgotten in society. Well, it is because partially the Democratic Party is saying that you're not even important as a black man at all. You're not important. You're never important. And here's something else. Your women are not going to be important because we don't even want them to even help you or you to help her. We would like for your entire community to suffer from degeneracy. And we want you to be degenerate simply because you will always need us. Because we don't want you to think for yourself. I'm betting on the fact you can't think for yourself. If you're like Sexy Red, then there's a great chance you don't need to think for yourself, because if we can get her to influence your culture, then you're not gonna be worried about politics anyway, or issues anyway, because we're gonna replace you anyway. All you're gonna care about is some sandals and some weaves, and then whatever kind of booty clapping is going to be going on right there with ankle monitors on and having kids with different dudes. Then your men don't even want you. So they're going to go and become passport bros. And then, you know, eventually those Democratic black men will become Republican men. And then down the road, all of a sudden you're mad because these immigrants are replacing you at numbers high and you can't do anything about it. And this has always been the plan of encouraging extreme degeneracy in the black community. Like, look at places like Baltimore. Places like Baltimore, which, you know, you have good institutions like Johns Hopkins. It's one of the best in the world. If you want to talk about HBCUs, you got Morgan State. Baltimore, on average, should have a lot of educational resources that should be able to, you know, not too far, Coppin State, right? that should be able to get you forward in the black community. A lot of black politicians in Baltimore. Then why can't the kids do math? Why can't the kids read? I mean, we all know Elijah Cummings, he's passed away, what his record was in Maryland. I mean, I don't even want to get into that. But this is an attack against the black community to keep us so degenerate with situations like Meg Thee Stallion, like all of these entertainers that just want the worst, not even for black men, but for black women in itself. Because look at the women that end up like Sexy Red, or even Cardi B, or Nicki Minaj. What are the men that they get and they attract, okay? What are the men that they attract? Because the thing is, when it comes to Latino parties and other groups, they don't attack them in the same way they attack you. You're never gonna see a Latino performer, if they were to try to get the Hispanic community, she will never come out like Sexy Red. They're not gonna be a booty clapping like Meg Thee Stallion. It's only you that this happens for. And then you wanna call somebody else a white supremacist. This is what is so interesting when you hear, conversate, and again, I don't even really discuss anything with y'all because, you know, politically to discuss anything with a black Democrat, in my honest opinion, it's not worth my time. I love you like a brother or a sister. I don't hate anybody from the black community. I love you to death. But we're not gonna have no conversation about what your track record is in the black community. Because if you wanna talk about a paying customer, any party, black people are a paying customer who have gotten less from the product from a party they've been paying for and haven't gotten nothing, okay? And then what I see from the women when we joined the Democratic Party, then what I see today, and that has a lot of that has been policy in action against blacks, then don't talk to me about the KKK. And again, y'all hate to say that the Democrats started KKK. Whoa, the party switched. How did the party switch? I wanna know, how did the party switch? The goal of any white supremacist group is to keep blacks behind. It don't even matter if they allow you to marry whites. It don't even matter if they allow you into their school. The ultimate goal is to keep you in last place. So did Democrats do that? I would say yes, by a very fair margin. I would probably say we are worse off now as a group than we were in segregation, okay? You look at all of these cities that African Americans run. Look at Dayton, Illinois. A lot of you same guys, you guys can't stand the fact that Tiffany Higgert, she to get out there, but you want to blame white supremacy on that. How can you blame white folks on your politicians that steal? She's a city girl, isn't she? She's a city girl mayor. Isn't that what we call her? She's a super mayor. She's like Young Miami with a multicolored weave or a strong weave or bad wigs. That is basically a hood chick. She's almost like a gangster. She's dressed up in the same outfit as New Jack Damn City. Y'all cannot even deal with me today. I'm not even lying to you. New Jack City. And y'all are telling me that Republicans are the issue? It will be different if we were in the Republican Party for 60 years and everything bad happened for blacks. But when I see the way that Democrats don't take blacks serious, I'm thinking that, whoa, we are really, 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 really far behind. Then they're replacing you with somebody more serious that takes life more serious than we do as a group. Then we want to be upset about it. When people who are influencing you, like Sexy Red, who go to middle schools and flip off little kids and rap their lyrics, okay, and twerk in front of kids, and if this is the people that you feel like they should be in power, then okay, where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be? Somebody said, oh, Shay, you shouldn't even comment on these things because you don't even live in America anymore. Well, let me ask you a question. With the way that America is going, would you want to live there if you had opportunity to leave, go somewhere else? Would you do that? What would you do? What would you do? I love America, but can you blame somebody like me? I'll be back though. And a lot of you guys just have to understand that, you know, they don't take you that serious, bro. And Sexy Red, when somebody gives you a Sexy Red or somebody to perform in front of you to get a vote, then okay, they're letting you know that, look, we're not gonna give you guys anything. So just take this twerk. And hey, if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Then, you know, don't talk about what you need as a group. Don't talk about, you know, what's happening to you. These immigrants are coming in. Don't say it. This is what you guys voted for. So, and if she wins, and then to 2028, I don't want to hear, man, I wish I should have voted for. I don't want to hear it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Usher D. Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.